This is a GMA Health Alert on the Surgeon General's new warning about social media and its impact on teens. Our medical contributor, Dr. Darian Sutton, is here, and boy, teens are on social media all the time.
Absolutely, and that's where this 20-page advisory report starts on the basic statistics. 95% of teenagers are using social media on average more than 3.5 hours a day, and we know from prior studies that usage of more than 3 hours is associated with double the risk of anxiety and depression. And adolescents are not ignorant to this fact. When they're polled, 46% report that social media makes them feel worse after they use it, and 3/4 state that social media sites aren't doing a good enough job at protecting them against harassment and bullying.
But the Surgeon General goes on to say we don't fully know yet about the mental health aspects and how it has an impact, but also saying this is not solely a parenting issue.
Yes, and when parents are polled, they are pretty much in agreement. 80% report that the onus of responsibility belongs to social media sites when protecting their kids against harassment. And when they're asked, the most concerning things that they're stating is they're concerned about the emotional well-being of their children, mental health, and then protection from exposure of explicit content.
Well, what are ways that the government and these companies can address the risk?
You know, it's actually detailed well inside this report, but it centers around prioritizing health and safety rather than profit, talking about transparency, and that specifically means, for example, disclosures to users about where their ads are coming from, and also understanding where data is being sent to. And then, of course, standardizing privacy, making age requirements, and making all of this enforced by rules that can be fined or at least some substantial penalty.
So it's not all parents' fault, but what can they do?
I advise first and foremost, each and every parent understand how the social media sites work, especially the parental controls. You have to know how Snapchat and all these other apps work in order to be able to use them and to help your children navigate them. Also making clear guidelines and rules within your house, social media free zones and times, and talking to your kids about the permanence of what they post and how that relates to what there should be, which is a responsible member of the internet society. And then, of course, I agree with Dr. Murthy in the Surgeon General office. Children under the age of 14 should not be actively participating in social media. Specifically, should not be creating content for public consumption.
You have to keep in mind there's a generation from day one they've been exposed to social media. We didn't have it when we were growing up.
And I think it's important for the parents to know, because kids know how to block you, how to get around a lot of different things, so you really have to know
They're
what
a lot
you're doing.
smarter than us at navigating these platforms.
That's it. I mean, you always hand your phone to the young one to figure it out.
Right.
Good point.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.